Rio, the registered dietitian for the YMCA's in Fort Worth. Today I'm making a delicious recipe of marinated vegetable salad. This recipe is super easy, it's great for summertime, it's got lots of bright colors, and my favorite part is that there's no cooking involved. You just chop everything up and stick it in the fridge, so it is really simple. I'm excited to be making it for you guys today. Alright, in the bowl I already have some cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes. Those are just ready to go, they're already bite-sized. And then the next thing I'm going to do is cut up my other vegetables just into bite-sized pieces. So this carrots I'm just going to cut into little, I would say 1/4 inch ringlets. The smaller the pieces are, the softer they'll get in the marinade, and so that's a good thing. You want to take away just a little bit of that bite or a little bit of that crunch that raw vegetables usually have. They'll start to get soft after they've marinated in the fridge for a few hours. Alright, next up I'm going to do the cauliflower. I peeled off the leaves a little bit, but I left this stem here so I can show you guys how to remove it. I'm just going to cut down towards the center of this cauliflower, and it doesn't have to be exact. I just know I want to cut through the base of those roots so that I really cut off that big cauliflower stem. So just make some cuts all the way around, point it towards the center like that with my knife, and the whole thing just pops right out. So I'm just going to set that to the side. I don't need that portion of it, and then shake some of these other little pieces of stem and leaf. You can break those off if there's some remaining pieces in there, and just discard that until you're just left with the florets. So really simple, then all you have is the head of the cauliflower, and this you can just chop all the way through. So just like that, you just want to chop it into little florets. And I would cut the cauliflower a little bit smaller. You want it to be bite-sized pieces, so a little bit smaller than you would do if you're doing steamed cauliflower, or if you're just eating cauliflower like as a side dish. You want to cut them up pretty small. There we go. Alright, next up I've got my yellow bell pepper. I chose that just because I didn't have anything else in my recipe that was yellow. So you could use red bell pepper, green bell pepper, orange, whatever you like. But I figured I've already got orange carrots, I've already got green from the cucumber and red from the tomatoes, so how about some yellow? And as you probably know, the more bright colors you have in the fresh produce that you eat, the more nutrients that it has. And those different color categories have different categories of nutrients that your body needs. So it's always good to make sure you're getting lots of different bright colors of vitamins and minerals. Something that bell pepper has a lot of is actually vitamin C, which is really unique. You don't usually think about vegetables as being a good source of vitamin C. Mostly you think about oranges, orange juice, that kind of thing. But bell peppers actually have a nice vitamin C bite to them, and that's just another great way to get more antioxidants in your diet. Alright, bell pepper. Last is going to be the cucumber. So I'm going to cut my cucumber in half so that I can stand it on its end, and then cut it in half again, because I want these to be half cucumber slices, or actually I may cut them one more time into quarters. And then I'm just going to hold them together with one hand and chop across with the other, and that makes it a little bit easier to cut those into little bite-sized pieces. Now, all my vegetables are in the bowl. You can see they're nice and bright and colorful. I'll scoop down and get some of those red tomatoes up to the top. You know this is going to be a good, healthy recipe, and it makes a nice big bowl full. So you will have lots. This will be great for a picnic or a party or a cookout. There will be lots to go around. Next up, I'm going to make the marinade. So this I'm going to stir into a small bowl before I pour it over my vegetables. First up, I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of olive oil. I like just good extra virgin olive oil right in the bottom of the bowl. Then I'm going to put red wine vinegar. This is where you're getting that acidic source, that acid, and there's a lot of good health benefits to vinegar as well. So get that right in there, and a lot of good flavor. All right, here are my my dried herbs that I was talking about. This is a blend of Italian seasoning, and so there is actually 6-7 different dried herbs in there. So I know that's going to be packed with lots of different antioxidants, and the drying process really does not decrease that antioxidant content. If anything, it intensifies because if you were to rehydrate these herbs, they're going to have even, they're going to be even bigger and have even more antioxidants. So go ahead and put plenty in there. I'm going to put some salt. If you're watching sodium content, you could leave that out. You're getting a lot of good flavor from the vinegar and the other ingredients, so that kind of can be to your preference. And then fresh ground black pepper, like I said, that's a great source of antioxidants as well. I'll get that in there and a lot of good flavor also. All right, last is going to be the garlic and onions. I'm going to go back over to my cutting board. One little trick you can do with the garlic is to put your knife on it flat and then press down. That whole garlic clove will just crush. And the benefit to that is that the peel comes off really easily, and you're just going to chop it up anyway. So it really doesn't matter if the garlic is, already going to be squished. That actually makes it easier to chop. So that's my little trick for garlic. Makes it really easy. And then the red onion, I'm going to get that chopped up just in small pieces. Don't need a whole lot, just a little bit. A few tablespoons of this minced red onion. Red onion has a nice, almost sweet flavor to it, but it has that tanginess too, so a lot of good flavor in red onion. Alright, so I've got my dressing. Oh, excuse me, I've got to put my Dijon mustard as well. I'm going to put that right in. Alright, now I'm going to whisk this together and just get those ingredients all incorporated. Make sure it's nice and even, and this helps that oil and that vinegar to kind of blend together or emulsify, and that'll help to make sure that all that flavor spreads to all those veggies. So it might not look like a lot of marinade right now for such a big bowl of vegetables, but it will be plenty of great flavor. I'm just going to pour that over the top. All right, and then I'm going to stir up my vegetables. Now this part you may have to really be patient. You're going to want to stir thoroughly so that all those vegetables get coated with marinade. And again, it doesn't look like a lot, but those vegetables will start to wilt a little bit. They release some of their water because of the salt content of the marinade. And so as it sits in the fridge, it'll, really soak up more of that marinade. The veggies wilt a little bit, and it is plenty. It turns out great. All right, so just like that, it is just about stirred in and incorporated. You can eat this just as is right away, but I will say it's better if you do let it soak. And so I would put the lid on it, pop it in the fridge for a few hours or even overnight if you'd like, and then go ahead and get a nice serving of our fresh vegetable marinade. All right, be looking out for other great nutrition videos. We hope you join us next time.